Okay, should I go all in and buy an RTX 3080 right now, or should I wait for the 4000 series? Do you think the 4000 series will have built-in features that will maybe nerf it for mining more comprehensively than LHR? Potentially on that. It depends how aggressively. If mining is still a problem, cryptocurrency mining, then Nvidia may go into it with more of a plan prior, so they can manage that a bit better and push miners towards the cards where they've got larger margins, so they're effectively able to price scalp miners.
Yep.
So that seems, like a possibility, but again, they have to manage that, work out the market, and do a few predictions. As for the, should I buy or wait? Honestly, if you're asking that question, my advice would be probably, well, definitely wait, because if waiting is an option, then wait. I don't know your current circumstance, but if you've got a decent GPU or something that works at least right now and you're tossing up between upgrading, I've got a lot of friends right now, for example, that have like decent mid-range graphics cards and they really want to get something like an RTX 3080 or a 6900 XT or whatever it may be, because they're basically priced the same as 6800 XTs at this point in time. But I just tell them, if you can make do, if you can hold off, just do it, because again, there's no guarantee that they won't get more expensive in a year's time, but if I had to guess, if I had to gamble, I'd say they're probably going to be a bit more available and at a bit better pricing. But that is entirely a gamble on my behalf. But I'd be willing to make it, because the prices we're seeing right now are pretty ridiculous. So
I think especially with this buyer who wants to buy an RTX 3080, when you're buying in that high-end part of the market, it's usually a combination of buying for now, but also buying for the future. If you're spending what is normally a $700 GPU, but is now more like $1,500 to $2,000, you're going to want that to last for 4 or 5 years. So if you're already sort of waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're thinking of buying that card that's going to last you for a long time, it might make more sense just to hold off for that extra year. You've probably already got a good card if you can afford in that sort of price tier. And then you're sort of hoping the market conditions get a bit better, so it makes more sense to invest in that card that's going to last you a long time. Whereas if this person was maybe more buying in the mid-range of the market and they were on something that's fairly slow, like say, maybe a GTX 1050 or something of that, it's a really old card, they'd be looking at buying something in the normally around that $200 mark, then you're more likely to run into issues. Is the latest games that I want to play, is it actually going to run on my GPU, or do I have to turn down the quality, saying so far I'm not going to enjoy it, or am I not going to get enough frame rate? And I think with buying a 3080, that's going to be less of an issue, whereas if you're upgrading more to the mid-range, then that's going to be more of a concern for you. So that's sort of where I'd be looking into right now, is like, what I have good enough for the games I want to play right now, the games that are coming out the end of the year and maybe the start of next year. And if that's going to be the case, even if it's running on medium settings, then I think I probably wouldn't upgrade and I would be waiting.